So, continuing on that note, yeah, I want to go back, and this has been on my brain a while, to go back and get my certification because, so this is part two to part one that was 20 minutes long. When I watched this video this morning of the lady doing the stretching, thank God I know enough that when you stretch your shoulder, you're not supposed to have your chin, your shoulder up here. You're supposed to relax it down to do it safely. So a lot of these people that put out videos and stuff, they're not certified like at all. And if you don't know, you don't know. It's not your fault. It's not like, you did something wrong. So I really wish that when they did these kind of things that they did it properly, or they had the proper training, at least at minimum, right? So I'm really thinking of going back into becoming just aerobics instructor trainer. I'm not doing anything else. I love it. I think it's a really fun way to get your cardiovascular back or going, and the proper movements. It's like, people can call you out in a class and stuff, but if you don't know stuff, you don't know stuff. And the person giving the course should know that when you do a stretch across for your shoulder, that your shoulder, it's not supposed to be up here to your chin. It's supposed to be down, and you're supposed to be able to just pull it across. See, I feel a great stretch. So putting it up like this, what is that? Anyway, so I know if I don't do these things, I won't be able to go to the concerts that I was talking about in the last video. I won't be able to go and dance in the aisles like I did for this Barry Manilow concert. It was just so much fun, and I was by myself, and I didn't care. And the odd thing was, there was a lady sitting next to me who kept blocking her ears. And of course, everybody's dancing, we're yelling, "Whoa, Barry," all this stuff. And she's blocking her ears. And I turned around, I said to her, "Lady, if you have sensitive ears, you came to the wrong place without earplugs." So I can't believe the guy's like 81. So at my age, I still have 20, before I'm in my 80s, I still have 20, 22 years left. So I can do a lot in 22 years. I can do a lot in the next year. And I really believe that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to offer classes or stuff, but maybe I'll make a group on a social media platform and do private classes. Or I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's great that there's so many people out there doing stretching and aerobics and stuff for elderly people and all that stuff. But what if you're like me? You're like in your late 50s, but you're not elderly yet, and you have energy, and you have this feeling like you want to do stuff and you want to go somewhere, but you don't want to get hurt, and you might be a little bit off balance like me in my, and sometimes I notice things. My hands hurt. So is there like this morning I got this pinch in my hand, in my thumb here. It just was terrible, and I thought, what the frick is going on with my hands? Why am I getting this? But anyway, all of these things that I'm noticing that are happening to me now at this older age. Yes, I can still lift weights. Yes, I can still do certain things, but I don't want to be pushed to the point where the expectation is that I'm going to be able to do like what I did in my 30s, because it's not there anymore. I might get there, but I'm not striving for that. I'm striving for longevity and health. And all of this started with this stretching class this morning, doing this stretching on a platform. I mean, I just looked up, chair stretches, and I found a great chair stretch. But when I realized the woman was pulling her shoulder up over her like this, and I'm like, why is she doing that? That's not the right way to be stretching, So all this to say, stretch your body, move your body. Do something good for yourself. Go to the concerts. Have the fun. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do drugs. I do coffee, and I swear, like, that's my vices, you know? And I like to shop. Oh my God, it's such a bad thing, but it's not. So take care of yourself. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I'm really seriously looking at, again, becoming an aerobics instructor, because I think the aerobics from back in the 90s and the 80s, and even the Jane Fonda stuff, and Denise Austin, Kathy Smith, I think they were like the freaking bomb. And I feel like everyone is getting so caught up in all the fancy stuff. It's not about fancy stuff. It's about moving your body and getting your heart pumping, and not trying to like blow yourself out of the water. It's let's do things slowly. Let's start, and then you can ramp up yourself if the class becomes a little bit too low key for you, and then you go on and you go lift weights and you do these other things. But now that I have some semblance of normalcy in my life, I'm working daytimes, no more night times. I can go back to do the aerobics instructing training. I can do classes a few times a week. I have no children at home that I have to rush home for anymore and cook for. So there's absolutely nothing standing in my way except this, right? And you need to think about what's standing in your way. Is it only the garbage that comes out of here sometimes? And I don't talk a devil, and I don't talk evil. I just talk about our inner dialogue. Like, my inner dialogue way back when was, you can never become an instructor. What the hell are you thinking? You don't know any, no, but you don't know, no, but you go learn. So see, that's the thing. You go and you learn how to do these things. So anybody could tell you something you don't know, and you say, yeah, you're right, I don't know, but I will learn. It's not hard, as long as you don't have a cognitive decapacity, you're fine. You can go and you can learn. But if we tell ourselves, oh, I can't learn that, and oh, I can't do that, and oh, this hurts and that hurts. Well, maybe it hurts because you don't move. Maybe it hurts because you don't stretch. What do you think? So for me, living my dream right now in this moment is realizing that there's so much more I could be doing for myself, my health. And outside of this little podcast or video chat or whatever you want to call it, I can help people on a whole different plane, and that's with their health as well. So try to do some simple stretches. Go on a platform. I'm not using any names. I'm not getting paid to use any names, so I'm not going to. If they start paying me, maybe I will. But beyond that, no. I searched for chair stretches, and I found two. One for 9 minutes, one for 5 minutes. And I did the 9-minute one once and the 5-minute one twice. So it's not hard to look for it. It's hard to begin. So begin. Begin at the bottom with me. Begin there. Only love.